Hey there, welcome in. So you're here to get your ears pierced, is that right? Okay, cool. My name is V. I will be the one piercing your ears today. So go ahead and just take a seat back there for me, and we will get started, okay? Perfect. All right, so did you have an appointment with us today? Okay, let me just look that up. Let's see. And what was your name? Okay. Perfect. All right, and just spell your last name for me. Perfect. And you already read through our waiver system and put that through on your phone? Awesome. Okay. And have you ever gotten your ears pierced before? It does look like, let me see here. Can I touch your ears? Can I get quite close to you? Perfect. Okay, it does look like if you did, everything is all healed up now, which is totally fine. So did you ever have your ears pierced? Okay, no worries. So we at the studio specialize in pain-free piercings. So we have a local numbing cream that we use. Don't worry, it doesn't last very long, just as long as the piercing process does. And yeah, so we really take care of you here, making sure that if you're a little worried or scared, that you don't feel any pain and that you feel totally calm by the time we get here to piercing those ears. Okay? Awesome. Wonderful. Okay. So, do you have any idea about what kind of ear piercings you want to get today? Okay, so lobe for sure. Perfect. And are we just doing the standard one, or are we doing a couple? You're not sure? Totally fine. We can talk about that. We also specialize in ear piercing design here. So if you would like for me to go over the types of piercings that you can get and what those might look like and what might work together, we can talk about that. Okay, yeah, sure. Let me get my diagram out. So this is my ear diagram, and it does just explain the different types of piercings you can get and where they're located on the ear. So we can talk about those and the healing processes if you'd like. Okay. So let me get something to point with here. So these are the different types of piercings you can get. There, of course, is the regular lobe type piercing, and then we can just kind of move up the ear. So this up here is called the antitragus. It's a little bit lesser known, so it's going to be on the inside of the cartilage of your ear here at the bottom. So your earlobe is down here, and then you have a bit of cartilage that kind of comes out more on the inside of the inner ear here, and that's where that piercing would go. Most of these cartilage piercings are going to be just like studs and hoops. We do not recommend or allow you here to do any sort of like dangly piercing when you first get it done, and you won't find many types of earrings that are super dangly that go inside these types of piercings. So that's the antitragus. And then up here, this is the conch. This is a conch piercing right up here. So if you can see, it's pointing to just past the furl of the ear here, just past that frilled cartilage on the outside. It's going to be on that flat cartilage on the inside of your ear, just on the inside there. Most of those are going to be studs. However, there are types of rings that wrap around like a big hoop or kind of cuff situation. So that's a fun one to do as well. All right, so we're moving on to the inner ear now. So up here we have what's called the forward helix, just up here, the forward helix, and that will be right here, just right around here, and it's very much like the regular helix up here. except it is kind of closer to where your ear attaches, so it'll be up by that part of your frill of your ear, as opposed to the part that hangs out just back here. So that is the forward helix. And then the next one down is called the rook. That is going to be, there's a very small piece of cartilage on your ear that comes out just here, and you get that little piece pierced right on that little piece of cartilage there, or just around it. If you would like a little cuff piercing there as well, you can do a little through and through piercing. And then just below that, there is that larger piece of cartilage that kind of comes out and is what we call a daith, and you can get that pierced as well, just in that piece of cartilage down here. It's a bit thicker. Do any of these look like something you might want? Okay, yeah, totally. And you are right, there is a piercing that you can do called an industrial, where you take a piercing from kind of behind the ear here on this little furrow, and then go down to this helix place, and you'll see people have like a bar right here, just kind of a bar between those two. That can work well for some people, but some people have ear shapes that don't quite hold well with that, so we can talk about that too, if that ends up being something that you do want. And are you hoping for things mirroring each other on each ear, or do you want different looks on each of your ears? Okay, so maybe we do a lobe piercing on each, and then I think it would look cool if maybe you did a second piercing on one ear. And if you want to go a little bit more daring, we can do maybe like a forward helix on that same ear. And then on the other ear, maybe we do just one lobe piercing, and maybe we do a rook or a daith. What do you think? Okay, that's what we'll do then. So for the lobes, we can do a dangly sort of earring down here, and then any secondary piercing will just be a regular stud. For the forward helix, we can do a sort of cuff hoop looking ring, and then for the other side, rook or daith will also be a regular sort of hoop / cuff looking ring. Is that okay with you? Okay, perfect. Okay, I'm excited to get started. So first I will put on my gloves. Okay. This one's a little stuck. There we go. Okay, so let me just take a look at your ears here. Okay. And this side. Okay. So I do just need to start by sanitizing your ears, making sure that everything is germ-free. But first I am just going to clip all of your hair back so that nothing gets caught while we're in the middle of everything, okay? So let me just take my comb. Is it okay if I touch your hair just a little bit? Okay. Okay. And just a little bit on this side. I'm just going to tuck this one behind your ear. And this one too. Just gonna tuck that behind your ear. Okay, I'm just gonna take a claw clip and I'm just going to brush all of that feel comfortable for you? Perfect. Okay, so now that your hair is back, I am just going to take just a little cotton pad here, and I am going to just take some alcohol sanitization fluid and start sanitizing your ears, okay? So I'm just going to take that, and I'm just going to reach and just sanitize the area. Very good. Very good. Just making sure everything is nice and clean. Okay. Let me just reach over here. Perfect. Okay. Alright, let me just look at those ears. Okay, everything looks perfect. Your ears look nice, so we will go ahead and just start that numbing cream here. So, I'm just gonna take a little bit of this cream here. And I'm just going to take the littlest bit out here on the Q-tip. Okay. I'm going to put this on all the parts of your ear that need to be numbed, and then we're just going to let it sit for a couple seconds. But it doesn't take very long for it to whole effect to start, okay? So let's do the lobes first. Okay. And now the forward helix. Perfect. Okay, and then the lobe on the other side. And the Dave. Okay. So we'll just count to 10, and all of that should be ready to go. So let's just count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to mark on your ears where all of those piercings will be. So let me just perfect. We'll just and on there as well. Oh, and then the second piercing on this side too, right? On that lobe. So your ears should be getting nice and numb now. I'm just gonna close the cream back up. Perfect. So I am just going to tap on your ears to see if you can feel anything. You should only be able to feel the light pressure of my fingers just on your ears, okay? So let me just... Okay, can you feel that? Just the light pressure. Okay. Perfect. And on the other side. Can you feel any of that? Just the light pressure. Perfect. Okay. So now that everything's marked, it is time to get everything pierced through, and then we'll figure out what jewelry you'd like, okay? So I'm just going to take my tool here, and you will not feel anything. You're just going to feel a light poke, okay? So I'm going to count to 3. I want you to just look at my nose, and as you're looking at my nose, I just want you to imagine the numbers I count down, okay? deep breath in for me. And 3, 2, 1, poke. Perfect. All right. 3, 2, 1, poke. Okay, you doing all right? Great. You're doing great. And 3, 2, 1, poke. Did you feel anything? Just that light pressure. Perfect. Okay. Now it's just the other side. So I'll stick my tool. And 1, 2, 3, poke. And 1, 2, 3, poke. Perfect. Did you feel anything at all? Just that light pressure, exactly. Perfect. So for the forward helix and for the depth, we do just have a couple of different options for rings. So there is this kind here, which is just your generic silver hoop. There is a little bit of an edgier option with, if you can see, it does have like a little spearhead top there, but it is just a little black hoop there. And then we do have just one more, which is kind of somewhere in between those two. It's just a little black hoop, but it is not quite as edgy. It's just a generic black hoop. Okay. So, what kind of color scheme are you hoping for here? Want to stick with silver? Okay. Then let me get just a couple of these silver hoops for those two top piercings, and I will just take this and get light pressure there. Perfect. And the other side here on that, just going and fasten that in there. Perfect. All right. Those look very nice. So now for your secondary lobe piercing, we do have just a couple of stud options. We don't, have you wilding out on your first piercing. We do just want to make sure that you take care of it correctly. So we do just have a couple of studs. This one has a black top, but this is also silver. Or we can also do just a regular silver bulb top. What are you thinking? Want to stick with the silver? Okay, that's no problem. Let me just take it off and get it in there for you. So let me just get there. Just fasten that in there. Perfect. So now is the fun part. We're going to figure out what kind of earring you'd like for your more dangly option down here on your lobes, okay? So I will just take off my gloves for this. Okay. We have connections to a lot of small businesses here, and we offer a lot of really cool earrings. We have like edgier types of earrings, and we have more like whimsical types of earrings. So I'll show you a few different kinds, and you can tell me what you think you might want, okay? Okay. So in terms of edgy, if you want to go with that vibe, here, let me just turn on this light so it might be a little easier for you to see here. We do have earrings that look like this. They're just long chain and dangly. These do have a little bit more weight to them. So if you were hoping for a little bit more of a beginner earring, this might not be for you, but they do look really cool. And they're really nice quality. So those are a fun, edgy option for you. Let's see. We do also have some really cool needlework earrings. This we have a few different options, but this is Calcifer from the movie Howl's Moving Castle, and these are fun. These are really lightweight, and they're just kind of a little funky item that you can wear. If you're hoping for more of a whimsy type of earring, we do have a lot of cool options. We do have this type of earring here, this type of earring. This is more of a clay, I believe, and they do have fun designs like these little mushrooms and a moon. So this is a fun one. Do you like the idea of having long earrings? We do have these fun little glass beaded ones. This one has little mushrooms on it, and well, more than that, it has like little flowers and fun little beads, and like a nice little gem at the end down here. But these are really fun, and these are quite long, so if length is what you're looking for, this could be a cool option for you. I especially like the way that they sound when you move around. It makes me happy, so these are very fun. Let's see, and just one more. These are our newest earrings in our collection. They're much more lightweight than they look, but they are these cute little earrings here. And they are little tubes with real mushrooms and real plants inside of them. And they're very lucky. And they're very light, like I said. So I would highly recommend these as well. These are very fun. If you want to see inside them a little bit better, you can just see all those little plants inside of there, right? It's very fun. So, do you have an idea of the type of earring you'd like to wear? For sure. Yeah, these are so cool. I'll just go ahead and put that one in. Okay. And I'll go ahead and just put this one in for you. Perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and give you just a little sanitization gel that you can use every day, and just make sure that you're keeping your piercings nice and healthy and clean. But otherwise, everything is looking really good. And once again, you're not in any pain, you don't feel any discomfort. Perfect. Let me get that clip out of your hair. Just unclip it here. Okay, so go ahead and look in the mirror just to the side of you here and tell me if you like it. Perfect. I'm so glad I was able to help you out today. They truly look beautiful, so feel free to give me a call or just stop on in if you have any other questions regarding your piercings. I'm happy to answer any questions for you, okay? And maybe come by again if you think you want something else. I will see you then, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, okay? Bye-bye.